Hi guys,
Good morning.
my name is Mills
And my name is George.
and we live in Budapest, Hungary. We've been here since August of this year and we are excited to take you in the day of a life of us living here in Budapest. We got our ITA certificate online. We did the 11-week program. I got mine, I would say, maybe like a year and a half ago. It's been a while.
And I got mine by the end of February.
And it is amazing. It's, like I said, 11 weeks. You kind of go at your own pace. The teachers are awesome. And once you get your certification, you can work through your advisor, helping you find where you want to teach and how to get a position in the country that you want to teach at.
Personally, worked in the service industry for such a long time, and I do not regret moving abroad and teaching English. It's so fulfilling, and I want to thank her because she actually inspired me to become a teacher.
Yeah, so we are going to talk about a bit more. I got cut off, but we are going to talk about a bit more about how we got our positions here in Budapest. And before we go to work, we're going to give you a little apartment tour. So we found our positions through CETP, that stands for Central European Teaching Program. And they are super, super amazing. They helped us out so much, and they are just a really, really great program. With the program comes with visa help, which is amazing. Not only finding your teaching position, but they do help you with housing, and it's taken care of by the school, including the utilities. And they're also there for any other kind of support or help that you need when you're in the United States and then when you make your transition to Hungary. And they even organize an orientation before you start teaching for anybody that is new in the program.
With that being said, though, it comes with a fee. The fee varies depending if you're in Budapest or in the outskirts of Budapest, like in the small towns of Hungary. So this fee you have to pay covers visa fees, and it helps keep the program afloat here in Hungary.
And also with your placements.
Also placement here in Hungary. Also bring 3 to 6 months worth of emergency savings due to the process of becoming a citizen of or resident of Hungary. It can take a while, and you're dealing with the governmental bureaucracy. You know, it's kind of slow paced. And
especially with COVID, it is taking a bit longer too. And if you ever want to, if you enjoy the program your first year here and you want to, let's just say renew or whatever, you do pay a fraction of the cost that you pay from the first time that you joined. So that's really nice to know too. So yeah.
All right, on to our apartment tour.
Here we are doing the apartment. This is our little hallway right here. To our left is our kitchen. I really love the backsplash. It's my favorite. This is a typical sized refrigerator that you could possibly have in the program. And we even have a freezer, which is not, everybody doesn't have that. We also have another little hallway with a closet. We have a lot of closet and storage space. Here is our bathroom. Right here is our washing machine. It's typical to have your washing machine either in your kitchen or your bathroom. And we also have a shower right here. And not everyone has a nice shower like this, so we're really thankful for that. On to our bedroom. We do have a bedroom. And this is it. It's not all that big, but it's enough space for what we need. And then onto here, we have and then one of my favorite parts of the apartment here is our balcony. We have a very, very spacious balcony, and we also live in the center of the city, which is nice. So we get this great view from our apartment. We are about a 10-minute walk for the Danube, however you want to say it, river. So we are on our commute now. We are walking to a tram, and then we take a train to our school. This week has been a little different compared to other weeks we've been here. We've had a bit of a COVID outbreak in 2 of our grades, with one of them being online for the week. So yeah, and then we have another grade, our 7th grade, who is not going to be doing classes today because they're doing the project work for their class. So yeah. All right, so we are at school now. As you can see from the last post, I took a picture of our desks. We do not have our own classrooms. We actually go to each of the classrooms for the grades that we teach. And the school that we teach at only teaches grades 1st through 7th. I teach 3rd, 4th, and then advanced 5th through 7th. And George?
I teach 1st, 2nd, 5th through 7th, beginners. We both teach 25 classes a week.
Yeah, so that is our schedule. And I did mention before, like, about the COVID outbreak. 5th grade is out because of that, but since it was just 2 classes, the rest of the grades are still in school, and we are still teaching in person for those grades except for 5th grade. Also, so our positions are really unique compared to a lot of the other positions that CETP finds for you. Typically, your position that CETP will find is an English conversationalist type teaching job, but here at the school that we teach at, we are actually the head English teachers, so we literally teach everything from speaking, listening, reading, to even grammar and other things like that. So this is a typical classroom here at the school that we teach. So today we found out we only teach 2 classes today. So this is a very weird day because usually we teach about 5 classes. All right, guys, I am going to put an Ask Me Anything box right here so that you guys can send us any questions that you may have about us, our teaching position, CETP, anything that comes to mind.
All right, so what we love and enjoy is our quality of life.
And what we do not enjoy all that much is it's very go with the flow here, and it's not as structured like we're used to in the United States. So that's something we really are trying to get used to.
Great question here. Regarding tattoos, my school is flexible. Piercings are very flexible.
Yeah, I have a piercing
just
as well.
Depends on your school. Obviously, during the interview, ask that question, let them know. Regarding COVID, you are required to wear a mask in the hospitals or doctor's offices, public transportation. Other than that, it's pretty laid back. At our school, we are not required to wear a mask, but again, that changes with every school.
So this is a great question. We're going to answer this in 2 slides, but your living costs and your salary, that really depends on where you're living in the country and how much general work experience you have.
So regarding the last slide, if you're a student that is looking to pay off student loans while living in Hungary, Hungary may not be a viable option unless you are a very frugal person due to the salary that's based on experience and where you live.
So we work about 25 hours a week, but depending on where you work and where you are in Hungary, you could work anywhere between 20 to 25 hours.
Here in Budapest, we have not experienced any language barriers, but if you are in a smaller town in Hungary, you will experience that. We suggest that you learn how to speak basic Hungarian to help you communicate with others.
So we are actually students. I'm in my master's program. George is getting another bachelor's degree. So in our free time, we're doing homework, and we have a ton of time traveling around Europe.
Great question. Mills and I do not have a co-teacher. We are both the English teachers, but depending on the school and where you are in Hungary, you will probably have a co-teacher in English. Great question here. Hungary, Budapest was very affordable. CETP program had great reviews. We've never been to this side of the world, and we wanted to explore it together.
So if you're going through CETP to find your position, you have to be a native speaker from the US, UK, Canada, or from an EU member country. So we met over 2 years ago in Oxford, Mississippi. I was in my last semester of college. Hotty toddy, go Ole Miss. And George moved there for work. And I had always known that I wanted to move abroad.
So adding more to the last or previous slide, Mills always knew that she wanted to travel and teach English abroad. And like I said earlier in the day, she inspired me to become a teacher. We both wanted to get away from the rat race that's back in the U.S. We were seeking a better work-life balance, and we figured that Budapest, Hungary, and the CETP program offered us the best opportunity to begin this journey. And that is the reason as to why we are here in Budapest.
So CETP is the most popular placement program for finding jobs in Hungary. They placed well over 100 teachers here, and you can definitely find more information through the job manual that ITA gives you about CETP.
So it's good evening over here. So for dinner, we usually cook during the week. I forgot to pull the chicken out from the freezer to let it defrost. So we came to
Our favorite restaurant that's just a couple of walks away from our apartment. It's a Vietnamese restaurant, and yeah, it's pretty affordable, and we love it here so much.
It's delicious, and the hospitality is phenomenal. They treat us like family.
So we got a really good question that was messaged to us about health insurance, and how health insurance works here is that you do get it when you come over and you teach. It's taken out of your paycheck, and it's a certain percentage that is obviously sent to the government, and it allows you to use all the government services that they provide here in Hungary. Alright guys, we are here at St. Stephen's Basilica, and we are enjoying our nightly stroll with some mulled wine because Christmas season is upon us here in Hungary, and they are preparing to do the Christmas markets and everything, and we're super excited. But we wanted to say a couple last things before we signed off.
Hello. Just so you know, this opportunity to teach with CETP in Hungary applies to everybody. If you have a bachelor's degree and you have a TEFL certificate, you know, the age requirements,
There is none.
there is none. So if you're out there and you feel stuck, not fulfilled, I challenge you. Take advantage of the opportunity. The world is your oyster, and it will only make you a better person. And there's so much to explore. You are just not here to teach English. You're also here to be part of a community, and you're making an impact in your students' lives. So yeah, for anyone out there who's feeling stuck,
Go out there and travel, learn more about yourself, impact others' lives. And yeah, that's what we're going to say. I'm going to put my Instagram over somewhere around here, not George's face, but somewhere around here. And George may be, over there.
we'll put it over here. All right.
And yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching our takeover. And yeah.
Sziasztok, and take a shake of the day.
Bye.